Good day. It's Wednesday afternoon. This is my first visit to the plot since Sunday, and I have to say I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of work that needs to be done. I mean, there's only one thing to do, and that's to crack on and get as much work done today as I can. I'm still feeling rather under the weather, though the work needs to be done. I think I'm going to make my life easier in some ways by removing the alien lettuce, not saving seeds from them this year, doing a few jobs like that. Maybe I'll have some time to plant up that bed with something else in the next week or so. The whole plot needs a trim, but yeah, it's just the weeds and the grass. Effectively I've had almost 2 weeks away from actually doing anything here, and boy does it show. It really does. And yeah, it's making me feel a bit down. But it is what it is. There is another option. I give up the plot now, and somebody else or two people, because it would definitely be splitting two, come in and do what they want to do. But I'm not ready to do that, and I'm not ready, before anyone says, I'm not ready to split this plot up and do half, because we still don't know where we are in our house moving journey, so we could be here another year. So yeah, I'm just gonna sort of crack on and do some weeding and some harvesting of ginormous courgettes. I think I'll see if our next door neighbour's chickens want some of those, because they're rather too big, I think. And some of the cucumbers are big as well, but the cucumbers can definitely go into a light summer curry, so I could do that, which I think I most probably will do. But yeah, I'm just going to crack on. I did see Mr. Frog in the poly, which was lovely. Then I saw a rather desiccated frog on top of the fennel and carrot bed, which has still got very little germination. I think maybe the fennel have actually been munched. The ones that had germinated have been munched. Yeah, there was a rather dried out frog on top of that bed, so that had obviously been carried there, I assume, by a fox. And there was also a poo, but not a fox poo, it was some other type of poo. So yeah, those were my sort of welcomes: happy frog, dead frog, and poo. But it just reminded me of Vivi's video that she's put out recently of her tour, where her return visit to her plot had fox poo in it as well. So yeah, there we are. I still feel rather slow. I feel quite slow in the head. I don't know if that's coming across on camera or whether I always am like this, but yeah, my brain doesn't seem to be firing on all cylinders at the moment. So physically I know I'm not, and mentally I know I'm not. But yeah, the best thing to do is just to crack on and get some jobs done. That's the best thing. And I'm going to start with the alien lettuce. Yeah, it's a job I would love to save seeds from them, but we've got plenty of other seed saving going on. So actually, cut your losses, Paul. Cut your losses. that was a very easy job to start with. I'm not going to level off the ground or do anything about it at the moment. I'm just going to leave it be. There's a lemon balm here. I'm sure that's a lemon balm. Oh, I can smell it. It is a lemon balm. And feverfew there, and a cucumber. This cucumber's not really doing very much, but it's got some time left. I will sort of trail the squash to come over here. There's one over there that is crossing the path. I'll sort of divert it to come this way where there's more growing area. Though I don't think anything is forming in here at the moment. No, I don't think anything is forming. Hey ho. Next job. That bed there. So let me just crack on with that. So this is about an hour later. I've had half an hour chatting to somebody else and half an hour sorting out this bed. Not perfect by any means, but a lot of the weeds are now out. So sort of doing this bed spurred me on to do this bed. I think I may have to sacrifice quite a few of these little viola seedlings. I think this is always part of my problem. I love something like the violas that volunteer themselves, and I let them grow, but then they become an issue, and then themselves harbour weeds. I mean, I can see in this clump of violas that there's several dandelion leaves in there that I've missed. But you know what? I've done okay. I've done okay. More weeding to be done in this bed, but it is a start. It is a start. I've started in that bed over there, and I think once I've turned off the camera for the day, I might just continue in that bed over there, our brassica bed. Oh, that is delicious. It's tea, white tea with a bit of honey in it. I don't normally have honey, but I felt as though maybe at the end of today I'd need just a bit of an energy boost. So I'm glad I put some honey in my tea today. Oh, it really is delicious, and I'm not a great fan of sweet tea at all. Yeah, lovely, lovely. So that's it for me for today. I am shattered, absolutely shattered. I've done 2 beds, one relatively easy, the alien lettuce are out, and the other one has been a lot of hand weeding on my knees with a bucket, going to take things to a perennial weed bin. And yeah, I feel a little bit glowing now, but I'm also glowing a little bit inside as well, because I certainly feel better for having done those 2 beds. And you know what, I think that's the key to things. You know, take your time on them and give yourself something that's relatively easy, and give yourself something that's a bit more challenging. So the alien lettuce bed, easy. The tomato bed, a bit more challenging. Tomorrow, if the weather still holds out, I'll get on with doing weeding of the tomato bed here and the tomato bed over there and the one over there. So the tomato beds, basically. Everything else can sort of hold on for the moment, I think. I need to do strimming, I need to do weeding, but the weeding of the tomato beds is the most important. If we're going to have more rain, that means the potential for blight to take hold, and certainly we want to stave that off as long as possible, particularly in this growing season where our tomatoes are so far behind where they usually are. Look, the sun is coming out now, and that in itself is rather lovely. Yeah, I definitely feel in a happier mood now than I was when I first came down and looked at everything. Bit by bit, bit by bit. Right, and also I was watching Jane Kelly's video earlier about sort of going forward, and I think certainly I feel that I need to give on camera here the truth of what I'm doing. I watch some other people's, not Jane's, but I watch some other people and I think, is that really the truth of what you're doing? I'm not sure it is. But here I do try and give the truth. You know, when I do feel overwhelmed by things, I will let you know that. Not because I want sympathy. It's simply because I think it's really important for us growers and gardeners and allotmenteers to be honest about the work that is needed on a plot. And certainly this year, you know, this plot has got away from me for various reasons. Many of them spiraling around limbo of moving house or not moving house, you know. But yeah, I think we owe it to our viewers to be honest. And I know that there are some fellow YouTubers out there who aren't honest about what they do. You know, I know it from hearing it as fact from other people. But you know, I think it's really I think it's really important that we are honest. You know, it's important to be honest. Right, I'm going to go now, and I will see you in a day or so for another segment of A Week at the Plot. Maybe if I'm down tomorrow doing the weeding of the tomato beds, we'll do a before and after. Yeah. Right, I'm going to have another cup of tea and say hello to my neighbouring plot holder who I haven't seen for well over a week. Bye. Good day. It might not look a lot like it, but I've been on my hands and knees doing weeding along here. Not a perfect job by any means, and I'll need to do some more later in the week. But it's quite warm today, and I did what I could, basically. I was sort of losing energy when I got down this side. And then I've also done some over there in that tomato bed as well. But yeah, I've done about an hour and a half, and I'm sort of shattered again now. There's this bed which I did yesterday has seen some fox action overnight. So hole there and hole over there. And one of the jobs I do want to do this week, if I've got the energy, is mend this. And I think what I'm going to do is simply pull in all the compost from the edge as far as I can, and then pull it in as far as I can, then put a rebar down, because the wood in here, as you can see, that's where it's screwed in. Maybe you can't see, there's no wood there now. That's what it's screwed into, but that wood has simply rotted away. So yeah, a bit of a Heath Robinson job. But it is a very warm day today. I know it's a mess, but it's also rather glorious. And Madeira maroon beans on the left, my flask with tea in, 2 modules that need to be emptied, a pot I found on the road, cucumbers, and this is the hydrangea that we were gifted last year, which is still in a pot, waiting for a new home. But if we haven't moved by the end of this year, I think I'll be putting this in the ground here. But yeah, that's sort of me for today. Just shattered now. Just shattered. But that's fine. That's fine. If I can do a little bit every day, then the jobs will be done. Or the jobs that need to be done will be done. Right, I'm going to leave it there. See you soon. Bye. Good day. Bit of a Heath Robinson job on this rotted decking board. Well, actually it's a rotted post, that's what it is. So I've just banged this rebar in to hold everything in. It will need rebuilding in the winter for sure. I do love having 2 raised beds, and I hate having plastic, but you know, plastic would last longer, and metal would last longer as well than wooden decking boards. But I do worry about heat with metal. I know that Erica from Erica's Little Welsh Garden has got some metal raised beds, so I might ask her about them. But yeah, I mean, what's this done? This is done 5-6 years, I think. So not too bad, not too bad. And that includes being moved from the plot that we were on to here as well. Right, I'm just going to crack on with another job. Some of that job is actually to do with this, because I'm going to put some lettuce in here. But first of all, let's go to the poly. So I am going to save seed from that lettuce. I'm just going to cut the top of that off. But the gherkins and melon that I've got here, they're not really doing anything, so I'm going to take those out. I'm going to take this lettuce out, and then I will then take the stem of this lettuce out after I've harvested the head for the seeds, and that should give me further space to put some of these lettuce in. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get on with. Basically tidying up this bed somewhat. I've got 4 remaining in there which are going to go outside, and the others, as you can see here, they've been spaced throughout the bed. What I've also been noticing, like here, that's self-seeded lettuce, that over there is self-seeded rocket, another self-seeded lettuce by that pepper, another one over here. So I've left those in, they can grow on. But yeah, that's, what's that, about 11 in here I think that I've just put, and maybe about another 5 volunteer lettuce from that, most probably from that seed that I've just taken the head off. So yeah, despite feeling still quite fatigued, fatty and fatigued actually at the moment, I'm pleased with the jobs that I have got done this week. It's been a push to get the jobs that I have done sorted, but you know what, if we don't push ourselves, then you know, will we ever get anything done? I am going to take the next few days really slowly. I won't be on camera, so I'm going to finish this week's A Week at the Plot here. And I'm most probably just going to be pottering, and if the rain holds off, as I think it's due to, most probably doing some trimming and tidying. That's what it's going to be, and resting as well, and resting. We got 2 more viewings tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday's going to be very much a rest day where I'm going to be reading my book, I think. But look, I'll leave it here now. I'm glad to have got those lettuce in. And I'm glad to have got that bed Heath Robinson sorted, and we'll see what we do next week. Who knows? I think these lettuce are going to go into that that bed that I've just sorted, the one where I put the rebar in. I think they'll go there. Anyway, I will see you next week. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. I'll see you on Planet Vegetaria for further segments for Week at the Plot as we go through the week, or I'll see you in a week's time for another upload on YouTube. Happy growing. Bye.